the DOTr recently implemented, the fast lane, cashless na, no? But some commuters complained na medyo nagkakaproblema pa rin sila.
May problema talaga kasi pilot pa lang talaga yun, no? But I think the main problem that our commuters experienced was magta-tap in ka, let's say with your GCash, no? Tapos ayaw niyang mag-tap out, no? So ibig sabihin, hindi lang sa hindi ka makakalabas, kundi yung balance na ibabalik dapat sa'yo, hindi bumabalik.
Kakainin niya. Parang mas mahal yung trip.
Yes, kasi because you are charged the entire line of 28 pesos as you tap in. And then paglabas mo, let's say, 3 stations after, yung hindi mo na konsumo, ibabalik dapat sa'yo yun. No? So, minsan may mga instances na hindi sila nakaka-tap out for whatever glitch, no? Or whatever reason. So, ang ginawa na lang natin doon, para naman hindi ma-burden financially yung ating mga commuter, kasi hindi naman nila kasalanan yun, no? Na meron pa rin mga glitches habang nagpapilot. Bibigyan natin sila papakita lang nila na nagka-problema and bibigyan sila ng buong ticket worth 28 pesos, no? Para mababawi nila, magagamit nila yung ticket na yun. So, we apologize to our commuters, but we're still going through this pilot stage, but we've already...
Who's your partner there?
GCash and the banks, no? So, Land Bank, RCBC, and the other banks. Kasi apart from GCash on your phone, yung e-wallet natin, pwede ka na rin kasing mag-debit at credit card, no? So, nakakatuwa din, no? But it's still in the pilot phase, so still a lot of things that we need to fix, hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Well, Secretary, about the subway, I actually share the sentiment of Mayor Vico Sotto na medyo nalungkot siya na yung dito sa Ortigas na
Malungkot
subway hindi matatapos by 2028.
Yes.
But what is the plan there? No? Because the DepDev also listed the Metro Manila subway under programs that are at risk, kasama na rin yung North-South Commuter Railway. How does DOTr plan to sustain
Ako din, nakakalungkot, no? Unfortunately, reality bites, ika nga, no? So,
What's the reality?
Specifically, the reality in that Ortigas station was that there was a groundbreaking in 2022, late 2022, and it's already 2025, middle 2025, and wala pa rin nagsimulang construction doon kahit nag-groundbreak na nung 2022.
Dahil?
So, right of way, no? So dahil hindi makuha yung possession nung there's a lot of there are a lot of contesting parties in that area in this metro walk.
These right of way issues have held hostage all our infrastructure.
You're absolutely correct.
So anong gagawin natin, ganun na lang?
Hindi. So kailangan sabi, I was asked the same question the other day and I said, ang solusyon talaga sa right of way is kailangan tutukan. Yun talaga, no? It sounds simple, but actually, ang gobyerno,
Kaya ba talaga makuha sa maayos na usapan kung tutukan mo lang yung may-ari? In the case of that...
Depende. Kung hindi naman makukuha sa maayos na usapan, expropriation
the state,
na yan.
Diba, can expropriate.
But the problem is, first of all, the processes are quite long and difficult. But even if they are long and difficult, the problem most of the time is that since nga hindi natututukan, hindi nangyayari, hindi naayos. Problems don't solve themselves.
So yung right of way,
you gotta really...
Pero dun sa
is it the village that it will...
No, it's the Metro Walk.
Metro Walk.
There's a problem kasi there, no? There are a lot of...
PCGG yun. Sabihin na natin,
It's
right?
a PCGG property.
Which is a government agency.
So shouldn't it be easier? Kasi
No,
government...
may contesting...
May claimants.
May claimants na iba eh.
May claimants na... Isn't Singson part of it?
Yes.
Chavit
yes,
Singson?
Yes.
Can we not appeal to his...
Actually,
withdraw?
we've done
Philanthropic
that.
heart.
Oh, you have?
We've done that. We've spoken already, and I think we are close to a solution, no? Without having to go through the very difficult expropriation process. But for the other parts of that, kasi hindi lang naman Metro Walk yun. There's another, again, we will be aged by this, but yung dating Payanig sa Pasig, no? Yung ano dyan, no?
Metro Walk din yun, diba?
Hindi, dun sa kabila yun.
Sa likod
kabila
niya.
yun, sa kabila. No? So, malapit na sa dun sa Julia Vargas area.
Sa
no?
may,
Sa kanto ng
yung
Julia
may
Vargas.
It's so
golf, tsaka
ironic
may
when the
kotse.
government, that was actually surrendered by JY Campos to the government.
That's right.
And then Why are there claimants when the government should be the owner?
That's absolutely correct. Yun din ang tanong natin
Yeah.
lahat, pero it is what it is, and but I think now na nakausap natin and naghahanap tayo ng solution is we're almost there. And for the part of
Almost.
Almost.
Sa right of way.
sa right of way.
Okay.
Yeah, we're almost there. And
Okay.
ang parts of the area there, yun nga, yung dating payanig sa Pasig, inexpropriate na natin yun. And we already got the writs of possession from the courts, and we can already start coming in. That's why
Who are the claimants?
yung mga leaseholders, may mga leaseholders kasi doon, no?
Long-term sila.
It's really a very convoluted situation there, no? As is
Yun nga sabi mo,
is it is-
kailangan ng tutok eh. Kasi
Kailangan ng
how
tutok.
did government lose control of that property in the first place? Pero sige, wag na nating
So,
bisita.
ayoko na hong balikan
Kasi
na,
1986 pa yun.
Oho, no?
Sec,
sige,
you
sige.
send 4
Sorry,
out of
sorry.
5 right-of-way,
Yes.
5 major right-of-way issues, diba?
Yes.
Is this one of them? Para
Yes,
malinaw.
ito na lang actually ang natitira
Ito
dun
yung
sa
pinaka-worst.
Ito na lang yung natitira.
Okay.
No, the others have been, thankfully, have been resolved, and we are, for example, the issue underneath
The Posh
Katipunan
Village,
Avenue
okay.
in White Plains, that's already been resolved. In fact, ano na yun, no, na-settle na yun, hindi kailangan mag-expropriate doon, nadala sa maayos na usapan. Kasi
Are you leading the talks yourself?
Yes, but we also got someone who is nakatutok dito. No? She's a former city administrator of Angeles City, so she's used to fixing problems like this, and she's nakatutok dito sa mga problema to. So we're very happy with her and her team, and she was actually instrumental in getting the 4 issues of the right of way for subway resolved. No, in just 4 months, I think.
So what will you tell Mayor Vico now?
Well, no, we told
He's helping you, di ba?
we told he's helping us a lot, no, especially with the permits. Alam mo naman, no, marami ding mga kailangan pang gawin, no. Pero I think our target for Ortigas Station is 2031 na matatapos yung Ortigas Station.
Other
Kasi
than-
3 years
okay.
na delay. Kung totoong nagsimula ang construction noong 2022, 2028 dapat tapos na talaga yun.
So other than that, kamusta yung other parts? Di ba, ano yan, kung saan pwede na mag-start, sinimulan na nung tunnel
Sinimulan na.
boring.
So ngayon, bumibilis na tayo. Yun nga, in fact, yung ating mga tunnel boring machines nasa ilalim na ng Katipunan ngayon. Papunta na ng Ortigas yun. No? So we expect them to reach Ortigas
Must be.
probably by end of 2026. No? Kasi
Okay, so
syempre,
next year.
Ano yan, mga 5 meters per day ang biyahe niyan. No? Yung mga
Wala bang way to
nagbobore.
speed it up?
Wala eh. Yun na nga yung pinaka-high-tech dyan eh, ng mga Japanese tunnel boring machines. So I think they can go up to maybe 7 meters a day, but syempre,
Okay.
we have to err on the side of caution there. No? Kailangan dahan-dahan yan.
Nasabi mo yung North Rail will be at least opened up to a certain portion
By
the end of
2027, we will have Valenzuela to Malolos up and running, meaning people can now ride the train and, take the train from Malolos to Valenzuela and back. No? By 2028, before the president's term ends, we will reach Clark already. So there were also a lot of right-of-way issues there, especially from Malolos to Clark, no? In the areas of
2000 pa yun eh. Hindi
Ang
ba?
tagal na. Oo, ang tagal na niya. I mean, North Rail. Actually, North Rail, time pa ni President Ramos yan, 90s pa yan.
Ah, 90s.
The original North Rail was in the 90s
Sa
pa.
thesis ko pa yan nung college pero wala pa rin siya, ang tanda
Yeah.
ko na.
Pero
Sec-
ngayon, it's in fact, if you can see the segment from Valenzuela to Malolos, it's practically there. Nakikita mo na talaga yung no. And in fact, the trains will start to arrive by the end of 2026. No? So we're gonna start testing those trains by early 2027.
And under the DOTr, Secretary Vince, meron pa bang mga proyekto where we took out foreign loans or are partly foreign funded na nakulangan ng budget? And that's what makes them at risk. That's what makes the DepDev flag them. Are there
That's
any...
one of the reasons. No, it's obviously the problems in the 2025 budget compounded that because sabi nga ni Pangulo sa kanyang latest podcast, no, yung foreign assisted projects ang pinakamalaki ang tinamaan doon. Sabi nga niya, hindi lang yung project itself, pero yung reputasyon natin, no? Kasi may mga commitments tayo sa ating mga foreign lenders, no? So yun din ang medyo tinamaan, no? Dahil doon, at sinabi nga niya na hindi na niya papayagang maulit yun sa mga susunod na taon. No? So, but apart from that, it's really the typical problems of right-of-way acquisition and the like, no? That really put these projects at risk. Because they are really at risk. No? When we came in, the North-South Commuter Rail and the subway were at least 3 years delayed, at least. The subway, maybe even 5 years delayed.
And the rest of the Dalian trains, are they going to be rolling out soon?
The president gave the directive to roll out the remaining 39 by 2026. So that's what we're going to strive to do.
So they're still being retrofitted or whatever
Fixed
the term is.
and retrofitted, tested. I think we can run the other 6 within the next couple of months, definitely before the year ends, and then hopefully slowly we can add more and more as we progress.
What about the Commonwealth? Is
Common
that
Station.
MRT?
MRT7.
MRT7. Yes.
That one, since that is a PPP, although it's also long delayed because of, again, right-of-way issues, I think we can safely say that by 2027, from Trinoma to Sacred Heart in Quezon City, that's 12 stations. 12 out of the 14 stations will be ready by 2027. And then, now that we've resolved, again, a major right-of-way problem in San Jose del Monte, there's been nakapag-usapan na ng mabuti ang local government at ang San Miguel at ang DOTr. So, tingin ko by 2028. But I think baka after the president's term na yun.
So next year, wala tayong makikita.
Big launch, you mean? Like a big...
Wala siguro. Na major. Wala. Siguro, makakapag-testing na tayo ng Malolos, Valenzuela to Malolos by next year, towards the end of 2026. But in terms of operations, 2027 is going to be a really milestone year for not just for the president's term, but for the entire country. I think a lot of stuff.
Speaking of the MRT7, during Typhoon Christine, it was parang people said
Yes.
it caused flooding. It caused the flooding along Commonwealth.
Yes. Aminado tayo doon, pati ang San Miguel, no? I mean, and like we said nga, during that period, minsan hindi talaga natin maiiwasan. O kapag may ginagawa, yung debris, yung may makaklag dyan, ang maganda naman is, San Miguel worked with us, with the DPWH, with the MMDA, and the city government of Quezon City to kind of clear those up. No? And I think there's this waterway that needed fixing that I think San Miguel.
So temporary situation lang yon because of ongoing construction, meaning pagtapos na,
I hope so.
They were saying kasi na baka may nadaanan siyang daluyan ng tubig, like a natural waterway.
Yes, that is being looked at. No, that is being looked at. I think they're looking at somewhere in the Batasan area. They're looking at a waterway there just to make sure na hindi siya nabara dahil sa construction. No?
If I may refer to the stoppage of the train earlier today because of lightning strike, ano yun? That was just
It happens, unfortunately.
force of nature.
It happens. It happened to LRT 1 just a couple of weeks ago. It happened to LRT 2 today. But thankfully, it was it caused a stoppage in one of the stations. So from Cubao to Antipolo was stopped at around 2:40 p.m. But at 4 p.m., it was able to resume
So ganun
normal
talaga, we
operations.
cannot prevent these
It
from
happens. No,
happening.
that's why for MRT7, they changed the design. It's now the electrical systems are now below. They call it the third rail. They call it the third rail. It's no longer the usual cantilever wires on top. But we just have to really fix those problems as fast as we can. And thankfully, this one was fixed within an hour.
Well, we thank you for your time, Secretary.
thank you, always.
Just some parting words, I guess, for ano bang masasabi mo sa mga kababayan natin.
Maybe for our kababayans who who go through the terrible experience of commuting every day. It's hard. And if I may just maybe paraphrase what the president said during his SONA. He feels the pain of our commuters. That's why, while he has instructed all of us in the infrastructure agencies to fast track all the big ticket projects that will provide the ultimate long-term relief for our commuters with the subway, with the NSCR. He has also told us that we have to address the daily pains of our commuters, and we help in whatever way we can. So the discounted fares that he has asked, the Love Bus that he has asked to revive, but now free, and not just in Metro Manila, but in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. In fact, we're launching it in Cebu and Davao in a
That's
couple
under
of weeks.
DOTr, no?
Yes, that's under DOTr. And also the other pains like that we can address through cashless payments, limiting the lines and the queuing, and all of that, just to give some reprieve to the very difficult lives of our commuters is important for the president.
Thank you so much, Secretary Vince Dizon.
Thank you so much.